Hello everyone, welcome to the Tech Eddie Show. I'm your host Eddie Ray, where we do tips, tricks, and tutorial videos for live streamers, gamers, and content creators. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make channel art for your YouTube channel online for free using PIXLR. Stay tuned. Go to your YouTube channel, and the upper right, at the banner, click on the little camera icon. This is where you're going to upload your artwork from your computer. Also down here are the recommended channel art settings, the proper dimensions, very, very important. And you'll see your uploads here. I have some past artwork here from the past few years of different channel arts I've used. They may also offer some of their own, but they're kind of lame, so don't use those. I'm not even sure why they're there, honestly. It's a really important link you can click on down here. Click on that. This is a little page from Google for YouTube channel art. It teaches you how to create and edit channel art. There's a video here as well showing you all of the dimensions, because when somebody views your channel on mobile or tablets or computers or TV, everything changes. So it's very, very important you know the proper dimensions to use when making your channel art. They also offer a template to download. However, it is a Photoshop file. It's PSD, so you can't use that if you don't have Photoshop. But don't worry, we have a solution for that today. And you can read through here as well some other links and information provided here about making links in the banner as well. So take a look through this and let's get started. Okay, let's get down to business today, making YouTube channel artwork. I've had a YouTube channel since 2006, and of course over the years the dimensions have changed for the formatting, just because simply there's more devices now people are using to view YouTube content. They're watching it on their TV by casting it or using smart TV. They're looking at it on their computers, laptops, desktops, or tablets or smartphones too. So I'm going to ensure today that I teach you the most important steps so that your logo, your images, the crux of your channel art shows up across all the devices, okay? So we're using PIXLR.com. Once again, this is a great online free photo editing software. Nothing to download. Go to PIXLR.com. We'll click on the Advanced PIXLR for the tutorial today. And what's really cool is PIXLR actually already has the dimensions we need built in. So we'll click on Create New on the left. And the upper right is a format we need right here, Web 1440p. So the dimensions for the YouTube artwork are 2560 by 1440. And that's the most important thing to know. So we're going to name our artwork here. We'll call it YouTube art. Actually, make it YouTube channel art. There we go. And again, the width is 2560 by 1440. Now here we could click a background color if we wanted to start with, any color we want. It's really up to you. In fact, if you want to add a color now, you can do that. Or if you have a photograph or a picture or an image you want to add later on, you can do that too. I'll teach you how. But for now, I probably would keep it off. That way you can follow along with me. And we'll click Create. So here's our canvas. Again, it's 2560 by 1440. Those are the dimensions. Okay, and now we have to import the template, and this is the actual template that YouTube suggests. This is what they actually offer as a download. However, it is an Adobe Photoshop file, a PSD file, so you can't use that here unless you have Photoshop. It's a really good template because it actually breaks down all the layers for you in dimensions, but we can make use of that still. I actually converted it for you into a PNG file, and I included a Google Drive link below. I'm sharing the link with you all right now. So go down to the description, click the Google Drive link. It says YouTube template, and download that right now. All right, I'm going to show you how to make use of that YouTube template. I'm going to go to File and Open Image, and locate that download you just did of that template, and make sure you open it up, and boom. Make sure you go to original size, very, very important, and click apply, and there you go. So there is the download. Again, I made it into a PNG format, which will be helpful even today using PIXLR. So you see here, the biggest area here is your TV format, 2560 by 1440. Desktop max, this is for viewing in desktops. You have the 2560 width, but only 423 height from top to bottom here. The secondary coloring here is a tablet dimensions, 1855 by 423. That is the width, 1855. Again, 423 high from here to here. And your safe area, the most important part of your channel art right here, 1546 by 423. So this is desktop minimum and mobile. So anything you want to include, like artwork, imaging, your photograph, graphics, text, logos, I recommend putting all that in this safe area here. That way, no matter what device somebody views your channel art on, they can see it across all of them, from tablets, phones, computers, and even their TV. So first things first, let's do this. We're gonna go to the Marquee Select tool right here, click on that. I'm actually gonna left click and drag and highlight the entire canvas here. Okay. Make sure we get it all. There we go. Go to edit and cut. So we're cutting away the template. We're going to go and click our YouTube channel art tab. That's the canvas we just made for the channel artwork. And go to edit and paste. Now we pasted that template over top of our other layer here for the artwork. Now what we can do is change the transparency of this template layer. That way you can see below and see what you're working on as you're doing your artwork for the channel. Gonna make sure the template layer is highlighted. It is, it's blue. Gonna right click and go down to transparency here. So go down to about 50 or so. I think 50 is good. That way we can kind of see underneath the layer here a little bit easier. And boom, we're done. Let's make sure this layer stays on top. So we'll be working with other layers here. If we add a new layer, we'll just drag it below this layer here, okay? And I'll explain that as we go through. So now let's focus on the background first. So we'll click onto our layer, layer 1. This is the layer that we have, will be background layer. So we're actually gonna right click this and change this to YouTube background, I call it. Okay. Now that's renamed to YouTube background. So we can make this a full color if we wanted to, or a gradient. We can actually import an image as well, or graphics, or a pattern if you wanted to. It's really up to you. Make sure you use copyright-free imaging if you're using some images from online, just because you don't want to get caught into any kind of copyright claims or whatever using somebody else's artwork. Very, very important. So if you wanted to use the fill, you can use the paint bucket over here. You can choose your color from the color panel here. Maybe green if you wanted to go green, and click green, and there you go. You can also pick a different color over here if you wanted to. Whatever color you want to do, it's really your artistic choice and how you want things to go. But we're actually going to do something different today. Something kind of stylish, at least a little bit. So it's really up to you as far as what color you want the background to be. Again, you can choose any fill color. You can import a picture if you like. If you wouldn't want to do that, of course, you'd want to just go to File, Open Image, find the file, of course, on your computer, or go to a particular website here with Open Image URL and import that image. Again, make sure it's high res, 2560 by 1440 should be the dimensions. But today we'll make it really easy for you. And make it kind of fancy too. We're going to click on the gradient layer here. So we have some choices here with coloring. Going to click on the little panel up here. Let's choose a different color. We're going to choose more of a blue. Again, you can choose whatever colors you want here. This is kind of an example for you all. And we have all these choices for gradients here with that blue and the settings we have. So kind of like this. You can kind of change other colors here if you want to. More of a red for that. There we go. I like that. Then you can go with a radial type or linear with these tabs up here. We'll go linear and we'll just drag across like this. And that makes it kind of fancy. That's kind of cool. So it gives us like a nice little background kind of canvas here to work with. So we can use the scroll wheel on the mouse, scroll up to kind of zoom in here, We're also in the upper right. You can use the plus and minus to do that. So you can zoom into your canvas or zoom out if you need to, or use the slider too, whatever's easier for you. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here into the text and logo safe area. And now anything, again, we want to put in here as far as logos, text, graphics, the most important part of the channel art is right here. So let's do this. We're going to add some text to this today. Click on the T, which is our text. I'm going to click in the text logo safe area, add new layer. Perfect. So let's do this. I have a gaming channel, so we'll make this a gaming one. We'll call it Nintendo Gaming on YouTube. Whatever your channel name is or whatever you want to do for your tagline, you can do that here. And again, recommend maybe a sentence at most. You can do your company name and maybe a tagline or two below that if you want to. But really, it's your artistic stylings, whatever you want to choose to do this is up to you. We have plenty of options here then in fonts. And PIXLR really is cool because they give you a boatload of fonts here to choose from. So we can also use some really cool text graphics. We did a tutorial on that earlier on for cool text. So I'll include the link for that in the description below the video as well. I like Emery. It's kind of bold lettering. I'm going to change the color though, because that way it pops out from our background color. So let's see here. We're going to go with, I think, yellow. Maybe bright yellow. Yeah. Click OK. And that's not bad. We have some room to work with here. So you can see our safe area here. I want to actually make sure that we really have this nice promise. We'll actually make this text a little bit bigger here. Go to size, use the slider here. And that's pretty good. The 131 is not bad. Click on arrange. We can kind of drag that to make sure it's in the safe area. Make sure you're not on the line at all with the template. If you are, you may have some cutting off depending upon what devices people are viewing your channel on. So keep that in mind. Gonna make sure this is right below that. And it looks pretty good. So Nintendo Gaming on YouTube. That's pretty awesome. Let's drag this layer here and keep it below the template so we know what we're working with here. Perfect. So with this lettering, we can also add some really cool effects to it. Let's click on text to make sure we can highlight the area. There we go. Double click. Now our text is highlighted. Go to styles over here in the top part of the menu for the text. And you can add some outlines to this and shadowing too. So I think a black outline will actually really pop this off the background around the text. So we'll click that little tab, make it into a black background outline. Click OK. And you can change the size of the slider here as well. For the thickness, go to 5, I think will be good. And there's 5. A little bit of spikes here. That's kind of the effect, I think, of the actual font, so that's kind of cool. And we can click shadow too if you want. I think more of a white shadow. Again, whatever colors you want to go with is really up to you. Just kind of giving you some ideas here what you can do for your channel art. Click OK. Get rid of that style box, and boom, that looks pretty good. Cool. Now let's add some more to this. Let's import an image of us. So we can go to File and Open. And I actually have an image here I have of myself for gaming. And here we go. I removed the background earlier on. If you want to learn how to remove backgrounds from photographs, we have a video on that as well. I'll include that into the description for you too. So there'll be a few videos linked in the description giving you some pointers and tips. You can watch those after this, because PIXLR here actually offers you some really good tools to remove backgrounds, including an AI tool, which does a really good job. All right, so I want to import this into our channel art. So here are our tabs right now. So let's see what this image size is. So it's really big. Click on channel art and zoom in here. So our safe area is 423 pixels high. So let's see what our image is here for pixels. Image size. It is 2047. This is a pretty high res image. So let's go down to 423. And that will automatically keep things scaled out. So our width will be 506 here. And click apply. And that should scale down for us. So we can cut and paste this in. Go to Marquee Select. Edit and cut, or Control X. Click on our Channel Art tab. And let's paste this in here. Edit, paste. And there we go. That's pretty good. We can rearrange this if we want to. We can also scale it if we wanted to as well. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Seeing our safe area. Making sure we're inside of that for all devices. Kind of lining up those guidelines a little bit. And that's pretty good. Zoom out. Now we have our photo above our text, so we can fix that easily by dragging this down, our image below the text layer, and there we go. So we may want to actually resize our text layer here, which we can. We can also move it, but if we move it, we might be out of the safe area here. So let's just resize it. Click on text, highlight our text there by double clicking. Let's change the size now. So you'll have to kind of play with this, and when you start adding photographs and images and graphics into your safe area here to be seen on the channel art, we have to adjust some of the sizing. That's not a problem really at all. And PIXLR makes it really easy, so 95 looks pretty. We can actually move this over now. Okay, so I do have to arrange and move the text around a little bit here because it's kind of over my face, and I don't quite like that. So what we can do is this. Go to our layers. Let's drag our text layer above the template really quickly so we can access this and move it around. Make sure we have a range selected, the little arrow there, perfect. Left click over the text and just slide it where we need it. And that is still in the safe area, as you can see here. This shadowed in area here is still safe, so that looks really good now. So we have our image of ourselves, we have some branding here with our gaming YouTube channel, whatever you want to put here for your lines of text. Again, you can add some more lines if you want to. Let's add another image or so here. So I have some artwork here of Nintendo gaming. So go to my computer, file, open image, and find that file for you. It's best to find graphics or images that have transparent backgrounds. That way you can kind of layer things nicely. If you're using images that don't have any kind of transparency backgrounds to them, you can do that here in PIXLR by removing backgrounds, or you can just keep them as is, but it may look a little bit blocky and things like that in your artwork. So it really depends what you want to do. I imported right now. This is Funky Kong from the Donkey Kong series of games. So let's see what his image size is really quickly. All right, so he's a little bit higher than our actual safe area. So we'll do, let's do a little bit less than 423. We'll do 350 because 423 was the max height for our safe area. We'll do 350. There we go. Marquee select, drag, select, and edit. Control X to cut. And back to our channel art tab. Really simple. Edit and paste. And we'll drag him over here. And if he kind of overlaps the text, that actually isn't too bad because you can still read what it says. So let's have an artistic choice. Again, you can kind of do whatever you want to do here at this point. And that looks pretty good. So yeah, we have a few elements here. We have our gradient background, which is kind of reddish, pinkish, and green and blue. We have an image of me. We have our channel name, some branding, an extra little image here to make it look kind of cool as well. And I think we're pretty much done here. Again, you can add different things, whatever you want to do. Be very artistic here, but again, this is your safe area, this inner rectangle, the 1546 by 423. This is where you want to do most of your work. You can have other graphics and patterns along the outskirts here if you want to, but any kind of important information here you want to put within the safe area. Very, very important once again. We'll do a few more things here. I'm going to click on my layer for me. And if you want to rename these layers as you're working with them, you can do that too by right-clicking and renaming them. So this would be headshot, photo, whatever you want to name them. It makes it a little bit easier for you as you're working with the layers. It's really up to you though. I'm going to highlight my headshot photo layer. Let's go to filter. Let's add an outline to my image. That will pop it off the page a little bit too. Add a glow or an outline. Let's see. Do I want to do I'll do an outline, I guess. Again, here's where you can be very artistic with what you're doing. I'll give you just a few tips, like I said, and suggestions, but really do whatever you want. The basis of this tutorial is just to show you how to get everything in a specific area of the template. That way when you upload it, it's the proper dimensions and it works well across all of the devices, okay? So we're gonna pick a color for our outline. We'll make it white. Let's make it black actually. Click OK. We have the size of 10. Reduce it a little bit. 5 is okay. I don't want it too thick. Actually, 7 looks pretty good. Click apply. And that kind of pops it off the page. Let's click on the layer for Funky Kong here. Then go to filter. And we're going to add a little outer glow to him. All right, so outer glow, we can choose a color. We can do sizing and feathering and opacity of it too. So let's click on the color. Let's go with the yellow. And you can actually hover your cursor here over your artwork to match any colors that are in your design currently. So we'll go with the yellow here we use for the text. Click on that. And okay. Move this box over here by dragging it. So size of the outer glow, go to 30. Let's go to 30. Be good. And click apply. See a little bit of a glow here. Not too much, just enough. And we're pretty much set here. And what we can do now is remove the template from our file. The way when you save your file, you don't have the wording here and the dimensions saved into your image. That would not be very good whatsoever. So make sure to remove the template. Go over here, click the little box of your template, and boom. So now everything is scaled properly with the template we used earlier. We can see here, this is what we've done so far today, our logo, a little bit of graphics here, our image, some outlining going on, some gradient in the background, and go to File, go to Save. If you're going to save as a JPEG, make sure you go to Quality 100%. We're going to save it as a PNG, and that retains your image size here of 2560 by 1440. Do not change this. Do not change it. And click download. It is now downloading to our computer. Okay, so when you've edited your artwork and you're happy with it, when you added all the tweaks and text and logos and imaging and backgrounds, we are now here. The file saved to your computer, very, very important. Now you can upload it to your YouTube channel. So go to your YouTube channel homepage, go to the upper right, and the little camera icon, click on that. Now you can see I already have artwork here. I already have text for my social media. So you can kind of choose to do that as well if you want to, adding some social accounts to your artwork, whatever you want to do. It's really up to you. Click the camera. The box pops up. And the first option will be to select a photograph from your computer. All right, there we go. Yeah, select a photo from your computer, click on this. And we're going to find the download from PIXLR. Probably be in your download folder. It is now uploading. And you can see right here, recommended channel art size 2560 by 1440. And again, the max file size is 6 megabytes, so keep that in mind. All right, our channel artwork has uploaded. Now it says your channel art is going to look a little bit different across devices. We already knew that, hence why we used that template earlier on. So we have it looking really good here on desktop and TV and mobile, so it's good to go. You can adjust the crop here, but you don't have to, and you shouldn't because it's set the way it should be. And there we go. Look at that. It looks pretty good. Not bad for making a little quick artwork channel banner for YouTube here, just within about 10 or so minutes. Give you guys some tips on it. So we have all the dimensions laid out perfectly now for desktop, laptop computers, tablets, smartphones, and of course TV as well. That way all of your important information is seen across all the devices. So be artistic with it. Take your time, watch the video, Watch other tutorials as well to learn more about cropping and removing backgrounds and doing text graphics, and have fun. And there you go, a really great way to make YouTube channel art using PIXLR, a really cool free online tool. And again, all the information is in the description below, from the template we used to making YouTube thumbnails, removing backgrounds and photographs, and using and making text graphics too. I'll include all the links below in the description. Make sure you hit the like button for this episode, give us your comments below, and of course subscribe. I'm Eddie Ray for the Tech Eddie Show. We'll see you back here next time. Thanks for watching.